Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. This video will actually be an update on a mini cut that I'm currently running about 4 weeks in. So if you've not seen the initial video, I will leave a little hyperlink up there that you guys can go check that out, and I would recommend doing that first. But as we get started, want to cover a couple of things in the mini cut. Obviously, my weight changes, my caloric intake over the last 4 weeks, as I'm officially 4 weeks in today. And then also one unfortunate event that has inhibited my ability to track my mini cut. And I'll share that with you right now. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see this, but essentially the band on my FitBit broke. And I am not going to end up buying a replacement band or going out of my way to get one, as I had gotten that Fitbit back in college through an exercise and nutrition laboratory study just at Lindenwood. So obviously got it for free, not going to go out of my way to purchase another band, but rest assured through the first 4 weeks, well, I guess it was 3 weeks before that band broke, right around there, I was able to get down a good daily routine to ensure regardless of my desk job and sitting a majority of the day, still able to get upwards of 8,000 steps in. So without further ado, not going to share the steps with you, but we'll go through the other information in terms of the mini cut, that being my weight, the weight loss, and then also my caloric intake over the last 4 weeks. So hopping straight into it, once again, did start at a weight of 224.4. That was just 1 day's weigh-in. I used that as just my starting weight to gauge things, so not perfect, didn't have a full weekly average to start off. But nonetheless, for mini cut week 1, that weight on average went down to 221 and a half roughly. You guys will see this all screen. Calories were 2545, protein 226, carbs 243 grams, and then also a fat intake of 68 grams. So really good there, as I did have a goal of hitting right around 2550 with greater than 220 grams of protein, right around 250 grams of carbs, and then fat under those 70 grams. So hopping straight into mini cut week 2, or just week 2 of the mini cut, I should say. Weight dropped down to an average of 219. Well, actually, I guess 220 it'd be closer to if you're rounding. Calories came down to 2454, protein 213 grams, carbs 232 grams, and then fat right at 70 grams. So on track with everything nutrition wise. Weight moved a bit for it being 2 weeks into the mini cut. Down 4 pounds is really good. Didn't have a perfect 2-to-2 ratio in the 2 weeks, but nevertheless, weight is going in the right direction. Nutrition is on point, and then also activity, rest assured, was hitting over 8,000 steps per day. So moving on to mini cut week 3, average weight only dropped down to like 219, 1.4, so not even a pound dropped that week. A couple of reasons for that: calories came up to that 2645, protein being 226 grams, carbs at 254 grams, and then fat at 74 grams. And I kind of sabotage myself in terms of weights there, because honestly, I get hungry at night. So if I stay awake after about 10 p.m., for some reason, I will get super hungry and go out of my way to eat something. So that tends to bring up my weights in the morning. But no excuses there in terms of like the overall weight not coming down. But just something to keep in mind: your weight's not going to be perfect, especially if you don't hone in on having a consistent and good sleep schedule, as well as making sure you're not eating a ton of carbs and drinking a ton of water, as you'll hold that in glycogen stores. And also, obviously, just in general, your body likes to hold water and sodium, as it's good to have. And then also, moving on from mini cut week 3 to mini cut week 4, we did see that weight come down to 217.37, and currently I think I weighed in at 217.4, so pretty much on perfect average with that. Calories for the last week 2637, protein 231 grams, and then carbs 260, as well as fats at 70 grams. And once again, you'll see that all up on screen, so it's probably a bit repetitive for me from reading it off to you. But that's really a recap of how the first 4 weeks have went. I will most likely share just a little physique update in terms of a YouTube short video, just posting, and you guys will probably have seen that a couple of days after this post or later in the week, but regardless, should see that. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until the end of the mini cut, most likely. And then also another thing I did briefly mention, sleep. I've been trying to sleep as much as possible. Well, not as much as possible, but getting at least 8 hours, if not more, probably closer to 8.5 or 9 hours a night, just because I find that helps out a ton with bringing the weight down. And then also, I think my stress levels, just maintaining those is super important. One of the real key benefits that I wanted from this mini cut I'm starting to see now as my hunger levels are coming up, as I did mention, getting hungrier at night is a great thing for me. Being at that like 224, 225 starting point, have to feed a lot of calories to stay up there, as I feel like my body likes to be around that 215 point, and I think after we get below that 215 point, approaching the goal weight of 208, we'll see a bit more stickiness and just a lot of my body making big weight drops in between days. But with that being said, that pretty much catches you up to date. If you do have any questions in terms of how I go about tracking my weight, tracking my calories, anything like that, definitely leave a comment down below, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions, comments, concerns you have. But with that being said, once again, hope you guys went on to enjoy the video. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below, as I did mention, then also subscribe to the channel for future updates on the mini cut and just future content in general. That being said, you guys have a great rest of your day.